Choose a card, and if you're right, your money will grow out of sight on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Nice to have you here. Welcome to Card Shark. A new group just came in. Thank you. You're very kind. And also very kind with a nice opening poem is Janet Siskind of Encino, California. Thank you, Janet, for sending in that poem. And now, let's get to the cards. Go ahead. Janice and Ann, if you will, load in the cards, please. We're in the middle of game 2 with these Card Sharks. Hello there, Carol Phillips.
Hello,
nice
Jim.
to see you again, our champion. Would you remind us again about yourself? Some new viewers might be looking at you for the first time.
Okay, I'm presently living in Newport Beach, where I moved after living in Hawaii for 10 years.
And you have won $5,725 on Card Sharks, right? Good to see you again. Our challenger, Mike Southey. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Oh, it's good to be here again.
And would you remind us about yourself?
Well, I'm a police officer for the city of Los Angeles. I'm married and living out of Westminster. Got one boy and one on the way.
Good. Good. Nice to have you both back. Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. And the upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Carol. She, as we left off, has a 2 as a base card. The blue cards, the lower cards, will be played by the challenger, Mike. And he also has a very good base card at 2. And we play the best 2 out of 3. Mike won the first game, so Carol needs 2 in a row if she wants to keep the championship. Remember, before you can start calling high-low on the cards, you have to win a high-low toss-up question. Carol, as we left off, we're starting with you. We asked 100 women, have you ever been in such a hurry to clean your house that you swept dirt under the carpet? How many women admitted they had swept dirt under the carpet?
I would think that quite a few have swept dirt under the carpet, but I don't think very many would admit it. I'll have to say 25 would admit it.
You say 25. Mike, higher or lower than 25? What do you think?
I don't know. Most carpets today are already tacked down, so I don't think too many sweep it under the rug. I'm going to have to say it's lower.
You say lower than that? That's
Yeah.
I mean, if they could, they probably would, but they can't.
but they can't get it under there.
The actual number of women who had been in such a hurry that they swept dirt under the carpet is 29. It's not lower. Carol. Wow. Carol, we left off with a 2. Anytime you win the question, you have the right to change the base card. I don't think you're going to right now.
No, we'll keep that and we'll go higher.
Higher than a 2? Yes, with an ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. It is a 6. Remember, you can freeze at any time. Your decision.
We'll freeze.
And you'll freeze it. We can't take those cards away from you. You need just 2 to tie up the match. Mike, we asked 100 United States congressmen in Washington, D.C. Prostitution is currently legal in parts of Nevada. Should prostitution be legalized throughout the rest of the country? How many congressmen said prostitution should be legalized?
I'm sure they'd like to see it legalized, but I think they'd get a little pressure from the home life there. I'd have to say about 37.
37 said prostitution should be legalized. Carol, higher or lower?
I really don't think that they would think it should be. I'll say lower.
Lower.
Yes.
A lot of agreement from our audience on that. The actual number of congressmen who think prostitution should be legalized is 42. It's not lower, Mike. Well, Mike, you also have a 2.
Oh, I'm going to keep the 2. That's a good card. And it's going to be higher.
Higher than a 2? Oh, no, it's another 2. It's not higher. And that gives Carol a chance to play off the 6. You didn't win the question. You can't change it. Call this, Carol.
Higher.
Higher than a 6? Yes, with a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack to tie up the match? It is winning. And we've got a tie. We'll set up for the tiebreaker. Wow. Carol, you, as I recall, since you've been with us, you always seem to go down to the best 2 out of 3. It's always a tight match. Yes. And here we are again with each player with 1 game and $100. We'll move over the bar, and we'll have just 3 cards up there for the tiebreaker and 3 questions. Carol, we asked 100 lifeguards on the beaches of Southern California. Be honest. Have you used your binoculars today to check out the girls? How many lifeguards said yes?
I would say, I'm almost tempted to say 100, but I can't do that, so I'll say 92. 3.
93 have used their binoculars to check out the girls, Mike.
That's a hard one, because I work down by the beach, and I know the lifeguards down there do it all the time. 93. I'm going to have to go with the odds and say it's lower.
You say lower. The actual number of lifeguards who use their binoculars to check out the girls is 86. Is right. And that all-important base card in the tiebreaker is a jack.
Oh,
Do you want
I like that jack. I'm going to keep it and say it's lower.
Lower than a jack? No, it's another jack. And again, the double hurts Mike. Carol, you have a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5? Yes, with a 7.
I'll continue and go higher.
You're going to try it. If this is higher, she retains the championship for the win. Yes! She did it again! Wow. You really come from behind, Carol. Mike played a great match. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
We have some nice gifts for you. Thank you, Mike. Come on down, Carol. Congratulations again. My goodness.
I don't believe it.
You're doing great. We'll be right back with the money cards where Carol can win thousands of dollars right after this. And we're back with our champion, Carol Phillips. And Carol, you are now going up to the money cards for the 7th and last time. You're allowed to play the money cards 7 times. You're only the second person to get to that. You are going to be a retired champion. I got to tell you, the cards have not been all that great for you so far. But the last time somebody won 7, they went to the last one and then really cleaned up and went over the top. You going to do the same thing?
I sure am.
Let's go. Last time, let's do it. Let's get to the money cards. Come on, Carol. And again, you won the game and $200, so that money is yours to keep. Now we're going to give you brand new money, brand new cards. This time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, we'll give you $200 in those 3 cards. When you move to the second level, we add another $200 and 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 till you get to that top card, the big bet, and there you must bet at least half the money. Let's do it, Carol. Here's $200 and a choice of 2 base cards. As in the game, we start with an 8.
We'll change it.
All right. You've got to play this one. And a 3. Good
Much
card.
better.
All right.
We'll bet the whole 200 that it's higher.
Right away, the whole thing. $200 higher than a 3? Yes, with a 5. $400 now.
I'll have to bet $300 that the next card is higher.
$300 higher than a 5. Yes, with a 7, you're up to $700. Getting around the middle cards now.
I don't like 7s, Jim. We're only going to bet 100 that the next card is higher.
$100 higher than a 7. Yes, for the queen. Carol, you finally made it across the bottom row.
Yes.
And that good card, the queen, moves up here where we add another $200. Carol, you're up to $1,000 and 4 cards to go.
I'll have to bet $900 that the next card is lower.
$900 on the queen. $900 lower than a queen. Yes! $1,900.
I don't like 9s, so I'll bet $100 that the next card is higher. Something tells me higher.
You're going to go with your instincts?
Yes.
With $100 for your instincts. For $100, okay. She says higher than a 9? No. So you lose, but you lost just 100 on it. You're down to 1,800 and still looking at a 9, Carol.
Okay, we'll go another 100 that the next card is lower.
Gonna go with the odds this time. $100 lower than a 9? No, it's a 10. Well, you started so great, but you're still in pretty good shape as we move the 10 up here. Carol, you must bet at least $850. You can bet more. You have $1,700 and a 10. What's your big bet?
I'll bet $900 that the next card is lower.
All right. $900 bet lower than a 10? No! And again, you inch along, but you finish with $800, Carol, and that's not bad. Come on down here, love. A money card. You played the game so very well. Really. It made up for the luck you had with the money card. You're leaving us, however, not too bad. $6,725. And that isn't bad. Carol Phillips, thank you, Carol. You're a fine player. Thank you. We'll be right back with 2 new challengers right after this. I'm all alone by the time. I'm not used to being alone out here. Let's stop that right here. Let's load in the cards with 2 brand new decks of cards and bring out 2 new players on Card Sharks. Carrie Hodge. Hello, Carrie.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Would you tell us about yourself?
My name's Carrie Hodge. I'm from Palo Alto, California. I'm presently at UCLA right now majoring in design. We'll be graduating in 2 weeks.
Congratulations.
And I work for an international airline as a campus representative, and I also work at a restaurant in Westwood.
What are you going to be doing with your design degree?
I'm going to use that a little bit later. In the next couple of years, I'm just going to kind of ramble, go skiing, go to the Orient, I hope, if I win.
Sounds great. Nice to have you here. And the challenger is Sue Vitolo. Hello, Sue. Welcome.
Thank you.
Would you tell us about yourself?
I'm Sue Vitolo from Mission Viejo, California. I'm a wife to a fantastic husband.
Nice.
And I've got one 17-month-old baby, and in 10 days, I'm expecting my second one.
10 days.
Yes.
10 days.
So I don't do too much jumping.
Yes. No. Let's have no excitement. I'll turn the cards over very slowly, okay? And we had a toss of the coin, and that decides that Carrie is in the red and Sue is in the blue, right?
Right.
And that was in front of the players, and of course that means Carrie will play the upper cards, the red cards. Sue plays the lower cards, the blue cards. Carrie, we start with a question to you. Now, you know, some people believe that aliens from outer space are living among us. You've heard of that, right? So we asked 100 men, if your wife told you that she was really an alien from outer space, would you believe her? How many married men said, yeah, they'd believe their wives?
I think most men would. I mean, they want a little entertainment in their marriage, don't you think? So,
That's a lot of entertainment, Carrie.
However, I'm going to guess conservatively, maybe some men wouldn't want to marry an alien, so I would say 40.
40. 40 would believe their wives are aliens from outer space, Sue. Higher or lower?
My husband's an outer space buff, but I don't think that many people would believe it. I'm going to say lower.
Would he, the outer space buff, believe it?
No, I don't
No,
think
he
so.
wouldn't believe it, huh? Let's find out. The actual number of married men who are willing to believe anything about their wife, including being an alien from outer space, is 17. That's low. That's a lot of antenna as it is. Sue, we'll look at your base card. You've got a 5. Do you want it?
I'm going to keep it and go higher.
Higher than a 5? Yes, with a 10.
I'm going to go on and go lower.
Lower than a 10, risking that card and this one with an 8.
I'm going to freeze.
You'll freeze. You'll freeze. Okay. And we go to the next question to you, Sue. We asked 100 college men, if you brought your girlfriend home to your parents' house for the weekend, would you and your girlfriend sleep in the same room? How many college men said they would sleep in the same room as their girlfriend?
I have a feeling that most parents wouldn't let their sons sleep in the same room as their girlfriends, so I'm going to say 37.
37. Carrie, higher or lower?
Well, I would think they'd like to, but I'm going to say lower.
You say lower than that. The actual number of college men who, if they brought their girlfriend to their parents' house for the weekend, would sleep in the same room with her is 24. It's lower, Carrie. And your first look at your base card, Carrie. You start with a queen.
Oh, great. Keep it and go lower.
Lower than a queen? No, yes, it's a jack.
Keep it and go lower.
You're going to try it again. Lower than a jack. And it is, it's a 10. And you'll freeze with a 10. We've got a tie. Both players need 2 cards to win the first game of the match. Carrie, we asked 100 pregnant women, Sue, but the question's going to Carrie. We asked 100 pregnant women, was your husband surprised when you told him you were going to have a baby? How many women said their husband was surprised?
How many women said their husband was surprised? Well, I would think that if they were trying, the man would be absolutely happy, so I would think that not that many would be surprised, they would just be happy, so I would say 52.
When they were trying, he might have been happy, but he still
Right.
could be surprised. Sue, higher or lower?
I know my husband and I, we wanted it, so it wouldn't have been a surprise to us, so I'm going to say lower.
You say lower. The actual number of pregnant women who said their husband was surprised is 38. It's lower, Sue.
I'm gonna change it.
You'll change the 8. Before you change the 8, don't jump, Sue.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
Let's take the next one. You're going to change the 8, Sue? May I have the card? Thank you. And you're changing it to a 5.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 5? Yes, with a jack.
Lower.
She's going to go for it. If this is lower than a jack, she wins the first game in the match. Game number 1, Sue. First game and $100. That's nice. All right, we'll set up for game 2 there, if you will, Ann. And I'll slide my little G2T2 around, and we start with a question to you, Sue, as Ann fills in the same 2 decks of cards. These are the next cards off the top of the deck. Sue, we asked 100 women. If a really ugly-looking policeman said he would not give you a speeding ticket if you'd give him a big kiss, would you do it? How many women said they would kiss the ugly policeman?
I don't think many women would. I'm going to say like maybe 17.
17 would kiss the ugly policeman, Carrie.
Well, you never know. He may be ugly, but he might have a nice kiss. So I'm going to say higher.
You say higher. Would you kiss the ugly policeman, Carrie, for the ticket?
I'm not telling.
Oh, okay. The actual number of women who would be willing to kiss an ugly policeman to get out of a ticket is 38. Yes, it's higher. Okay. Carrie, we'll take a look at your base card, and you have a 9.
I'll change it.
You'll change the 9 and 2. A 4.
All right.
Good change.
Okay, I'll go higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, with a 6.
Okay. I think I'll freeze.
You're freezing this. Why does that make you giggle, Carrie?
Well, I want to win one game.
Oh, okay. You play your strategy, and Sue will play hers. Carrie, we asked 100 married women. If instead of getting married for life, you could get married for only 2 years at a time, would you do it? How many women said, ooh, look how everybody said, ooh, that's a good idea, didn't they? Yeah. How many women said they would prefer to get married for only 2 years at a time?
Well, I think right now in my life it sounds like a good arrangement, but as far as the majority goes, I think that more women, if they get married, they want a whole life thing. So I would say 12.
12. 12 would take 2-year options on marriage, Sue.
Okay, they take the 2 years.
That's right. How many women said they would prefer to get married for only 2 years at a time? She says 12
I
of
just
them
gotta
would.
go high.
You say higher.
Go higher.
What do you
I
think,
can't
Sue?
give a reason why. I just gotta go high.
Oh, okay. All right. The actual number of married women who would get married for only 2 years at a time is 38. 2. Yes. And your base card is a 10.
Oh. I'll change it.
We'll change it to a 7. Not a good change. Got to play that one
Higher.
higher than a 7. Yes, with a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, it's another queen. It's not lower. A break for Carrie to play off the 6 and call this.
I'll call it higher.
Higher than a 6? No, it's a 3. Couldn't take advantage of it. Ann will fill in the spaces, and with the next question going to Sue, we'll take time out for this commercial message, so don't go away. Sue Vitolo has the first game of the match, and in the second game here, Carrie needs 3 cards, Sue needs 4, and the question as we left off goes to you, Sue. We asked 100 first grade kids, for lunch, which would you rather eat, lobster or peanut butter and jelly sandwich? How many first grade kids said they'd rather have lobster?
Lobster. Oh. I think most kids, lobster is a little bit for the older taste, so I'm going to say 27 kids would rather have lobster.
27 would rather have lobster than peanut butter and jelly, Carrie.
Oh, gosh. When I was first grade, I would rather have peanut butter, but 27 is a good guess. So I would say lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of first grade kids who would rather have lobster for lunch than peanut butter and jelly is 23. It's lower, Carrie. Yes. We're looking at a 6. Carrie, do you want it?
No, change it.
And we'll change it to a
Yay!
2.
Oh,
A great change. Higher than a 2. It is an 8, right up the middle.
Freeze.
And you'll freeze. And again, Carrie keeps Sue away from her cards. We are at sudden death, the fourth and final question. And we will get to that fourth and final question. I hear voices. They tell me something. Guess what? We'll be right back, right after this commercial. Well, we're running out of time, so we're going to have to finish this game and this match tomorrow. You two are off to a great start. You feeling comfortable out here, Carrie?
I feel comfortable. I'm glad I'm here.
Good. And most importantly, Sue, are you comfortable?
Well, that way, yeah, but I'm very nervous.
Oh, okay. All right. Sue and Carrie and, well, the four of us are going to be here tomorrow on Card Sharks. So join us, won't you? Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Morse Electrophonic Studio Series, a contemporary music center, AM/FM stereo, 8-track tape player, and an automatic record changer, furnished by Morse Electrophonic. And some of our contestants will receive from Gallery of Homes a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And La Machine, the complete food preparation system from France. It's like having a chef at your side. La Machine by Molinex. And Eureka's new ESP Extra Suction Power Vacuum. 50% more power, more beating, brushing, and cleaning action. 6-way height adjustment Eureka. And Quoizel Lighting, your choice of one of these brass finished table lamps with bronze highlighting. Complements traditional and contemporary settings. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.